That's the reason why there's single moms. We're just not talking about because of Filipino guys, there are irresponsible. No, the perfect housewife.
Yes, and we call it here in the Philippines the light of the house. All Filipino men, they should respect their wife. Welcome to our YouTube channel.
My name is Ismi.
It's me, Roger, and welcome to Roger and Ismi Vlogs.
So today's subject, the cause of traditional Filipino women to disappear.
Before we start, daghang salamat sa iyong pagsuporta o pagkigugma sa among channel.
Thank you so much for your love and support, guys. And if you're new to this channel, don't forget to click like, share, and subscribe. And hit the notification bell for new uploads or new videos. So, why oh why? It's mysterious. So, generations to generations, traditional Filipino women changes or they're a little bit slowly disappearing.
That's what I observe right now. And maybe you do not know what's the traditional Filipino women in the Philippines. Maybe you made a research and have some information about it. But for today's video, we have here to let you know what's the traditional Filipino women in the Philippines.
Yeah, so traditional women in the Philippines before are just in the house. They're a full-time housewife. They do the household chores, they cook, take care of you while you're done with your work. So the perfect housewife.
Yes, and we call it here in the Philippines the light of the house.
Yeah, so without the mom, it's a bit sorrowful. It's boring and it's quiet.
Like for example, in our family. So my mother went outside and we're at home with my father. It's like there's lacking.
Yeah, it's always a little bit lacking where you would not see your mom there. It's a little bit awkward that you're just seeing your dad there. You cannot start a conversation. I actually noticed that.
Yeah, and we used to it that our mother's there always like to prepare, taking care of us. And when she went outside, it's boring.
Yeah. I don't know why is your family like that, but in my family, even though my mom isn't out, it's still joyful because we could still talk to our dad. And my dad would always play with my younger sister and they tell jokes. So it's still fun even though mom's not around.
Okay, so yeah, Roger and Ismi, tell us about what is the traditional Filipino women in the Philippines.
So they actually do everything for you. They would treat you really like a king. They would respect you in everything that you decide. They would not talk back. It's like, I would say that traditional Filipino women don't have the rights to talk back before.
Yeah, and even if the husband's mistake, right?
Yeah, they cannot give advices or
Argue.
They cannot argue, they cannot speak back to their husband. It's quite pitiful, but that was the traditional Filipina before. But why is it slowly disappearing from generations to generations?
Why Roger and Ismi?
So the reason why is, of course, the main reason, some again guys, some Filipino men mistreats, downgrade,
Disrespect.
disrespect their wife. So, even though that they are housewife guys, being a housewife is a very difficult job. We're talking about 24/7, that you will not have a day off. You would not have a good night's sleep. And we're talking about physical exhaustion and stress. So, can you juggle that? I believe men cannot juggle that.
That's the thing. Filipino or some Filipino men, they don't really understand the work of being a housewife.
Yeah.
They downgrade it because they don't earn salary every month. And then they're providing them like the food and the money.
Yeah, they're thinking that since you're not providing for the family, why would I give you respect?
Yes, I'm the highest.
I'm
So
the
you have
king.
to respect me all the time.
Yeah, and I would not, I, for me, guys, in the house, you need to treat everybody equally. No one would be the highest because we're eating the same food, we're sleeping at the same house. So you need to treat everybody with respect.
It's just that Filipino men, they don't really understand the work or the foundation, like inside a house, though.
Yes, and that's the reason why most Filipino women right now is trying to act like a man. They can still juggle taking care of the kids, taking care of you, and at the same time they're working. So maybe they would not act all high and mighty because they would always treat everybody equally inside the house, even though that they're working already and at the same time they're taking care of the kids, they would still treat you as the husband.
True. And the sacrifice of a mother and the selfless love, even if she's really exhausted, still, she's there to take care of you, to
Yes.
pamper you.
True. And that's a good thing about Filipinos. Even though that they're slowly evolving to be an independent woman, they still are taking care of their husband, taking care of the kids. They're really like the traditional ways is still built in inside the Filipina because that's how we train our daughters. That's how we trained our great granddaughters. So that's the good thing about the culture of a Filipino woman. Even though that they're slowly evolving to be an independent woman, they can work, at the same time they take care of the kids, they still treat you equally. They would not demand anything from you.
True. I just want to say I'm very proud to those Filipinos who treat their wife, respect their wife. I'm very proud and kudos to them.
Yes.
Because there are some Filipinos, and not all Filipinos, they disrespect their wife.
Yes, because they know how it is to take care of the kid itself.
I think the understanding is really important there. If you don't understand the work of your wife, then that's the time that you will disrespect or you have to like downgrade your wife.
If you don't understand them.
Yeah.
Yes, so that's the reason why most couples are like separated because of that. And this is why most Filipinos would get separated because they don't really know their partner pretty well. Because for them living in like the same as us, Roger and me are living in together, so they are afraid to do so because of the people surrounding them. What would they talk about you because you're living in and you're not married yet? And that's why most Filipino women would be shocked in how their partner is, like the truthful personality of their partner.
Yes. Because the behavior when they're dating, his behavior is really good, but when they're living together in one roof, you can
Really
see,
see.
you can really see the real, monster.
The real deal. Especially if you already have kids. So that's the bad situation right now. Living in together would always have, like, many people would always talk behind your back because you're not married and you're already living with each other. What would your mom say? What would blah blah blah? There's a
The-
lot of things
the
that
neighbors, but impact also when you are living together in one roof because you can definitely know each other.
Yes, correct. And now, because of they don't know each other, that's the reason why they get separated. That's the reason why there's single moms. We're just not talking about because of Filipino guys, there are irresponsible. No, because they were shocked about the personality of their partners.
Yeah, that's true. And
Yes.
it's not about being, you know, the Filipino man ran away of his responsibility.
But
This is the
because
main reason also. That's why there are lots of single moms in the Philippines.
Yes. So hopefully, in the near future, I hope that Filipinas would not change. Like the culture of being a good housewife would not change all throughout the future or generations to generations, because that's the unique thing about a Filipina.
Yes, and that's what I observe is that the Filipina, they evolve. They just want to prove it that I can do what he can do.
Yeah, they're slowly evolving, but I hope that it would not change. They would not forget how how a housewife would be.
True.
Yes.
And I just want to say also to all Filipino men, they should respect their wife, even if she doesn't have any work.
Yes, they need to respect their wife, even though that she is not working right now, but she's working full time as a wife.
Should put on in their mind that being a housewife is a full-time job.
It's a lifetime job.
It's a lifetime job.
Yeah, because if it's a full time job, they need to have days off, but we're not talking about days off now. So, yes, all we need is love, respect, and of course, rest time, guys. We need to have rest times.
Understanding in a relationship is really important as well.
Yes. So, thank you so much, guys, for watching till the end. And I hope to see you in our next vlog.
Bye!